This episode is sponsored by Overcast, an independent podcast app that embraces the open world of podcasting instead of locking it down. No exclusives, no premium content, no paywalls, just a great podcast app for everyone. Get it for free in the App Store. Hey there, this is Mark. You're about to listen to part 2 of Muffed Movies Dune, featuring special guest Grant Howitt. If you missed part 1, go back in the feed and listen to that one first, because we don't do a lot of explaining at the top. Also, I wanted to let you know that any advertising revenue I get from the Chicago Podcast Cooperative is now going straight to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. If you want to support the show, the best way to do so is through Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Blastropodcast, and you can make a pledge to the show and keep the lights on, so to speak. Anyway, I hope you enjoy Dune Part 2, and see you on the flip side. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blastropodcast presents Muffed Movies, Dune Part 2. It
is a time of spice crime.
Smash cut.
2. Planet Arrakis.
Da-da-da-da. Level unlocked.
The Atreides forces land on the planet Arrakis. Down comes the ship. We can see that the gang's all here. There's Daddy Atreides, Mummy Atreides, and Paul Atreides. And they're all welcomed into this household. They're all getting set up. They're all hanging out. They're all doing some stuff. There's a lot of admin.
They're all getting their key cards.
A conspicuously English voice says over the intercom, conservation of water is absolutely paramount upon Arrakis. Therefore, please take care of this water and drink it only properly. Don't drink it wrong, else you'll die.
A man with a neti pot halfway up his nostril stops, looks down at the little elephant-shaped instrument, and sheepishly tucks it back into his uniform pocket. Atreides military men all take their weirding modules out of the one central cabinet where they are locked, just like packed so tightly for maximum space efficiency, right next to a big drum of crude oil and dynamite.
Hey boss, where should I put these lighters? These Zippo lighters.
Well, I suppose you should put them on top of the dynamite. If you put them inside the dynamite, that could be dangerous. So it goes:
thank you, boss.
Barrel of crude oil, stack of dynamite, lighters. And someone fix that sparking fluorescent light up there. Smash cut to an aircraft. Because we cut out a lot of boring shit. An aircraft flying over the desert. Duke Leto sits piloting this interesting space aircraft, and behind him sit his master of battle, Gurney Halleck, Patrick Stewart, his son, Paul, and Dr. Kynes, an expert in Dune and the Imperial advisor to help the transition from Harkonnen rule to Atreides rule. He's played by Max van Sydow, the old priest from Exorcist.
He has blue on blue eyes.
Oh, wait a minute. Paul Atreides looks over at Dr. Kynes. His eyes are totally blue. He must have been spending time with the Fremen, the indigenous people of Dune.
What are you looking at, boy?
Your eyes, sir. They're very blue.
Yeah, I've been out in the deserts. I've huffed up a load of spice, and now my papers have got all the
Yes, sir. Paul turns away from him. Gurney Halleck gives Dr. Kynes like a game-recognized game-type respectful nod. Way to push the child around.
Wait a second. It looks like you've put on your suit in the Wastelander style.
I'm sorry, sir. Did I screw it up? It just seemed like the correct fashion to put on my still suit, the magical suits we wear in the desert, which recycle our pee and our tears into drinkable water.
Not to mention shit. Yes. No, you've done it. You've done it perfectly. This is the way it should be worn. unbelievable noise as if you were native of June. Maybe the prophecy is true.
Grant, it is amazing, like watching you execute the Cockney character while quoting this like pseudo-religious quote, and also forcing it through like the Mr. Limpet, Don Knotts cartoon fish style of speaking.
Thank you. Wait, what's that over there? Worm sign?
Oh no, a worm is, as you know, my son, the worms are always making tracks under the ground, and if a worm shoots lightning up from the ground, then you can bet your bottom ducket that you are going to have a giant worm come out of the sand and try to eat your spice machine.
You're bang on, Duke. Well done. I see you paid attention during Carter 97. Now, I, Dr. Kynes, I've been here for much longer, so I know that those worms are trying to pick up our spice harvesters. But it looks like we can't get the rescue ship here in time.
Well, God damn it! I wish I had a Patrick Stewart impression.
It's hard, isn't it? It's really hard. It's Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart.
Engage. Number one.
Engage.
Well,
Well,
hey, it's me, Gurney Halleck. Now listen here, Bingo. That airplane ain't gonna drive itself over to your spice. So I think we gotta go down and pick up these Johns and jackasses in our own little plane. Capiche?
that sounds like an excellent idea to me, Gurney. Let's fly down there and help them personally, even though I'm a Duke. Hang on. Okay, everyone, hop in my little ship. You injured spice miner, come here, I will carry you.
But sir, we're not allowed to leave our spice harvesting stations.
I don't care about the spice harvest. I only care about your young supper bodies.
You don't care about the value of the spice? What a good leader he must be. Long live the House Atreides, your Wizard Harry. All of the super dirty spice farmers jump into the tiny clown car ornithopter that our heroes have. They pull up.
It's more like a brick.
It's what?
It's a brick that happens to be in midair.
That's right. It's a brick.
Go on. They hop in. They hop, yeah.
My lord, these no good layabouts are weighing us down. It will be a goddamn miracle if we don't get eaten by a giant space worm.
Oh, I don't think it'll be a problem at all. I think the space worm's going to... Paul turns the camera. Leave us alone. And what do you know? That worm don't eat anyone. It just eats a big sort of exploding harvester thing.
Yeah,
all the people are safe.
You know, like the trailer for that movie where like the megalodon, huge prehistoric shark breaches from the ocean underneath like an entire cruise ship, which is in its mouth, and it just closes its mouth. That was ripped off from Dune. Because that's what that worm does.
June did it first. Just to explain these huge fucking worms. They've got like 3 mouth parts on the end. Is it 3 or 4?
3. They've got like they're like a penis.
They're very penile.
Instead of having one little hole where all the action comes out of, they are
the fun zone.
They are split into 3, and their head opens up like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But only in 3 sections instead of 4.
Paul looks down at the worm and then looks down at his pockets as he realizes he's filled his pockets with raw, unrefined spice. He starts rubbing on his gums like a cop checking for cocaine. Wow, this is incredible. This is raw, uncut shit.
You should check out what my guy has, boy, says Dr. Kynes psychically to Paul.
They look at each other for a second.
Underneath his nostrils is a clear trail of spice powder.
Smash cut. Paul's room, later that night, he's off his little tits on spice.
Woo, 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 woo. He's walking on the ceiling. He's crowing like a bird.
He's got his boxers on and a shirt and his socks, and he's jiving around in a pair of sunglasses.
He's trying to play Skyrim on his laptop, but he keeps getting lost in all these fucking rooms in this dungeon. Why did he choose to play this game while high on spice?
He calls up in Carter 97 as it tell him that he's a real cool guy. He makes a remix of it. And he is whacked out on this goof powder, having an incredible blue-eye time, when suddenly a sort of floating syringe arrives.
Yes, a stop-motion robot comes... slides out of the robot hole in Paul's bedroom wall. It's like a lightsaber with a needle on the end of it. And it feels very much like, I hate to say this, but in Attack of the Clones, the Star Wars prequel, when they send like the evil poisonous centipede to kill Padme as she slept.
Yeah.
So I guess they stole that from Dune. Anyways, this herky-jerky robot is blindly looking around to hunt and seek out sweet Atreides flesh.
Paul stands super fucking still.
If I don't move, the robot cannot see me.
Bit of a shitty design for a robot in retrospect. What if I was asleep?
Hey kid, I know you're in here. Why don't you just move around a little? It's just me, Hunter, Seeker.
I could call. You know what? I'm gonna say this out loud, but not move my mouth much, because this whole scene is just me thinking. So I'm not gonna do the lip thing anymore. I could call for help, but then it would murder whoever opened the door. No, I could grasp it, but it's gonna be slippery because it's hovering for some reason. Oh, what a pickle! What a real problem I found myself in.
Housekeeping.
Fuck!
Do you need your bedpan clean, my lord?
The door opens, revealing Shadout Mapes. Sorry, the Shadout Mapes. A blue-eyed housekeeper who has been assigned to House Atreides. The sort of hovering needle shoots towards her, and Paul grabs it, even though it's grippery, even though it's slippery. And sort of, it's got sort of like force grease on it. He jams it into a wall.
No, we could have negotiated.
I'm a diplomatic type.
I could have told you where I buried the treasure.
Are you okay? He says towards the Shadout Mapes.
Am I okay? Shadout Mapes puts her hands on her hips.
Yes.
She is covered in the oil and poison stream that's jettisoning from the fractured robot that's like desperately trying to hump its way into the wall. It's just like she's totally getting gacked by all of its various hydraulic fluids. I only have one uniform, you piece of garbage.
I'm terribly sorry. Come in. Please move out of the spray zone. Come into my quarters.
I don't think I will.
Okay. Paul attempts to maneuver the spray zone around, but in fact he makes it worse.
It gets in her eyes.
Well, did you have anything to say?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to give a shout out to me. Shout out Mapes. Just get that out of the way right now. Secondly, You know, I'm a Fremen. We hate your kind, but you saved me life, so I'll do you a solid. There's a traitor. What's that?
Just her doing a solid.
Sorry.
There's a traitor in the House of Atreides, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. You're a wizard, Harry. Good day. The Monty Python-esque character flops down the hall with each squinchy footstep. More and more oil splats out and onto the ground. And now I need to mop the floor again.
And my mop's poisoned.
Everything's poisoned in the House of Atreides, says a wise old owl.
You get back in my coat.
Oh, sorry, Owl Master.
Smash cut to the night shield generator room.
Yes, so there's a shield generator. It's nighttime, and there's an electrical generator room that powers the shield generator.
I have had the shield erected around my base to keep us safe from any of the insidious agents of House Harkonnen. They can't get in here now the field is erected.
Duke Leto stands proudly looking around the room when suddenly he notices a writhing mass he didn't remember being part of the architecture. Oh, me bloody Gulliver! Oh, apples and oranges, eh?
Oh no, what is this? A poisoned housekeeper. You're a woman. You're a woman. He drops down to his knees, ever the kind Duke, touching this really toxic woman dripping with space poison.
I was poisoned, but it wasn't from the Imperial assassin droid that tried to kill your boy. It was you. She points straight at Duke Leto, attempting to point behind him at Dr. Yue, who stands in the doorway, unbeknownst to Leto. But it appears she's implicating the Duke.
What you're saying? No, it wasn't me. I found you here, you crazy woman. You're having too much poison in your brain.
Oh, well, speaking of poison in the brain, it takes one to know one. Phew! Dr. Yue uses his space Luger to shoot a small poison dart into Duke Leto. Take that, my lord.
Oh no, why have you done this to me?
I got in deep with the Harkonnens, and look, they have my wife in some capacity. Maybe she's kidnapped, I assume she must be.
Yeah, there's a lot of things alluded to throughout the film, aren't there?
Yeah, something about my wife, who I'm sure exists. Anyways, they got me by the short hairs, my lord. So, look, I've drugged you, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna wreck up your whole shit in just a second. But I'm gonna give you the implement of your own revenge. I'm gonna pull out your.
Is it a revolver? Is it some sort of laser gun?
No,
a bomb?
No, that's weird.
Horse?
I'm gonna do something normal by ripping out your tooth and then putting in a fake tooth that's filled with more poison. But this poison's a gas, and then
seems like you're throwing good poison off the bat at this point, Yui.
You breathe real hard like a dragon, and Baron Harkonnen, knowing his psychological profile, is very likely to want to get close to your face and put just a little spittle on your face, and that's when you blow the poison at him.
Well, I mean, I don't have much okay, fine. It seems like you've ruined me, but I'll take this opportunity to fuck up Baron Harkonnen one last time.
Awesome. And in exchange for this service, I'll make sure that Paul and Jessica get out safely.
Oh, that's real good of you. I love them both very much.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
What's that outside? Is it the sound of Harkonnen bombers approaching?
Oh, they're early. Smash cut to the sky. The bloated, sausage-like Harkonnen dive bombers drop their amazingly powerful explodey bombs on the shieldless Atreides fortress. Oh no, someone sabotaged the shield generator.
With a sabotage device.
Mm-hmm.
they find a sabotage device.
That's right.
Which just feels like they could have written a little bit more or a little bit less.
Yeah. I mean, you have like weirding modules, which very clearly everyone can tell what those do, and then a sabotage device.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
cool.
I'm saying
Anyway.
inconsistent naming conventions is what I'm saying.
Harkonnen bombers run in and fuck up the shop.
Hop, 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 hop. All of the Atreides soldiers run into the weirding module containment room. Oh my god, though. It's flooded. A pipe burst, and now it's full of precious water. They can't go in there. It would waste and impurify the water. Oh, we're in a real bind, guys.
Okay, let's just leave the door closed until the Baron gets here.
Okay, we'll use our hand-to-hand. Gurney Halleck holding the one gun and also a pug. And leads his forces on a desperate charge outside where they are mowed down by shock troopers.
It's a bad scene.
As are most of the scenes in this movie.
Yeah. Wow. The blink wipe.
Ooh.
We see as though the camera is blinking, we can see the viewpoint waking up as Paul Atreides wakes up next to his mom. Nope, sorry. Jess wakes up next to her son.
Oh no. My son's been drugged. He shouldn't have experimented with drugs before he was going to get the sedative drugs. His liver is just like on its ribbons now.
You can see it from the outside. That's how bad his liver is. It's like it's swelling up and distending his torso. I wonder what happened to his hand. Anyway.
Well, Lady Jessica and the young Prince Paul. It's good to see you two in the flesh. Baron Harkonnen says, soliciously removing Jennifer's Birkenstock, Jessica's Birkenstock, exposing her ankle. He says he was raised in a very puritanical household, so to him this is pretty lurid.
What horrible plan do you have for us, you vile monster?
First, let me spit into your eye and nose region, because this, David Lynch shit, probably not in the actual book.
I'm tied up, I guess. I don't have much choice in the matter.
And I don't value social distancing. Hey. Baron Harkonnen spits a wad of saliva onto Jessica's face. However, since his blood sugar is so high, it's like a delicious Splenda that comes out.
It's like vanilla pudding.
I thought it would be worse.
It's the consistency of and taste of vanilla pudding.
Damn you normies with your flavorless spit. Anyway, this is my house once again, and I'm gonna send you two to the desert to get eaten by worms. So I think, let me reveal the agent of your destruction, Dr. Yue. Dr. Yue sheepishly shuffles onto the open mic stage that Harkonnen has erected.
Hi. So, have you ever noticed how House Treaties guys drive like this, but House Harkonnen guys drive like this?
It's true. Piter, show him off. The Mentat Piter stabs Dr. Yue right in the back. Divine justice, perhaps. So anyway, your doctor sold you out. Piter, have them taken to a very small aircraft piloted by two dullards who I'm sure will dispose of them in the manner that I have requested.
Oh, hey, I'd never flown a spaceship before.
Yeah.
But hey, are we allowed to go to drop the guys off into a worm?
Baron H said, take these two and fly them out and then find a worm and then drop them in the worm. You know, I'm not even a real Harkonnen. I won a contest to get here.
Oh, that explains your family at the back of the ship.
Yeah, we're from Denver.
Don't pay any attention to me, son. It's okay. Chink!
She says, taking a loud Polaroid picture.
You just enjoy the Dune experience.
Denver by way of the Bronx.
Yeah, I only got one American accent.
Well, I gotta do one. That's a pretty good one to do.
I can do the South as well, but not for now. Okay.
The ship scuds through the dirty air, and one of these real dullards turns around and gloats over how captured the the scion of House Atreides and chief concubine have been taken so easily. And Paul says, "Untie us," trying to use the voice.
My son is trying to use the voice of the Bene Gesserit.
Oh, I think I heard the little one say something. And he hits him with a gun.
He hits him with, like, a minigun, like a gigantic weapon from Doom.
It's like he's pulled off the front of the helicopter and just pokes him with it.
Yeah. Ow! All right, I really gotta make this one count this time. You guys should take off my mom's mouth gag.
The big one, who was so far revealing the ankles again of Baroness what's her name?
Lady Jessica.
Thank you, Lady Jessica, Mother Atreides, revealing his ankles, says, "Oh, okay, I guess I will. Sounds good to me," and unties her gag. Again, pretty Lynchian.
Yeah, shit's about to get real.
That's a real gag.
Not cool. Yeah. They didn't know that Lady Jessica is the civilian name of the superhero known as Banshee. Lady Jessica opens her mouth and emits a sonic blast, which rips the top of the aircraft clean off. The two unbuckled pilots are sucked out into the arid darkness. Paul, quickly, you're the only one who knows how to fly one of these things from all those video games you play. Make sure we don't crash.
Not a problem, Mother. Woo! He like, with all the skill of a protagonist, he manages to steer that ship down into a comfortable landing, even though it's damaged.
Nice.
Mother, quick, put on this suit what recycles your pee.
Okay.
I'm into it.
Paul and his mother watch each other change as they get into this.
Staring intently at each other's genitals. No, staring intently into each other's eyes.
Gotta make sure you're putting it on right. Desert fashion.
Paul and his weirdly young mother change into these fantastical pea suits.
Yeah. Which are just like black bodysuits that have a bunch of like sausage-like pockets attached to them.
Yeah, they got stuff on them. You got a nose hole you breathe into.
Yeah, there's an unfortunate nose plug on a tube that goes in there, which I'm sure is from the book. But in cinema, like having nose plugs and wires coming out of people is just not what I'm into.
It's not right. But it's better than having a full mask, which would be the useful thing to have. So, you know. Okay.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should have baned him.
Mother, we need to walk across the desert sands without arousing the worms.
Yes, they look across the night sand illuminated by the 2 moons of planet Arrakis, and they see that between them and the safety of the rocks are writhing, massive heaps of sand kicked up by the dire worms, huge evil spice creatures, which are gonna like eat them if they can detect their vibrations. You know, for creatures that are like the size of 5 buses put front to back, they are very sensitive to vibrations on the top of a material which is not like dense or unified.
Well, they don't have anything else to do.
That's
It's not like they
true.
can watch TV.
Yeah, this is TV to them.
Yeah, this is TV. Like rhythmic noises they hear atop the surface.
Maybe it's like a fisherman who's just hanging out all day on the lake and it's just
they're
like
just chilling out. They got little hats on.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, whatever will we do?
Don't worry, Mother, says Paul through his still suit breathing apparatus.
Take that stupid mask off, Paul. It's getting confusing.
But I enjoy it.
Come here.
Oh! It's intensely painful. Oh! Don't worry, Mom. I still have one thumper that I snuck out of our house because I'm really into these thumpers. And I can plug it into the ground and it'll make a vibration that the worms will be irresistibly drawn to. So then you and I can sprint across, 5,000 meters of sand and make it to the rocks.
Sounds good to me, son.
Me too. Oh, thumper's on. Boom, boom. Yeah, suddenly a sweet rave breaks out, just like Burning Man. All of the like Norwegian techno that Duke Leto Atreides has authored plays from the thumper.
They rush toward the safety of the rocks. Will they survive? Will they die and be eaten by worms?
Find out! Now. Smash cut to Paul Atreides and his mother, Lady Jessica, running furiously through the desert sands. The sand behind them writhes in the darkness of the night, and suddenly a gigantic alien sandworm breaches forth. Paul Atreides gestures frantically to the thumper machine which he erected in the sand to distract the worm, but the worm just shakes its head. No way, fool. I want your sweet, sweet flesh.
Want your vibrations.
Ah, very nice. Just as the worm is about to close down its trifurcated mouth on Paul and his mama, they leap and squeak into the crevice of a rock face. The worm crashes bodily into the mountain, and its tummy grumbles, and it turns away to go munch on some soy-flavored chips.
Been drawn by the vibrations of his second thumper.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A mystery thumper we can hear in the distance. The crazy junglist ravings of a second thumper. But who said this thumper? Smash cut.
Hear that, Mom?
Oh God, no! Oh, son, the smash cut came in. It caught me in the side.
Oh no, mother! Paul Atreides scoops his mother up, who has just been slashed by the smash cut coming in the middle of a line. He carries his wounded mother up the rocky mountain on man-made steps. He reaches the summit and suddenly is staring into the barrel of a bunch of faces, blue-eyed faces of the Fremen, the indigenous people of the planet Arrakis. Hey guys, is there a doctor in the house?
The Fremen look at each other and assess this new prey, which has arrived on their turf. And one of them says, "I will take the boy," and does a weird shouting thing, which is never again repeated.
He did do that.
I will take the boy. He looks like a strong fighter. I will ride him around like a pony.
The Fremen lay hands upon Paul and start carting him off when Jessica, the Bene Gesserit using psychic power lady, uses her special weirding ways and creates harmless pyrotechnics all around the indigenous peoples. The Ewoks that are amongst them scream and cover their heads comically. Whoa, 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 says the leader of the Fremen. Everybody be cool. Drop the boy. My name is Stilgar.
Stilgar.
Okay? Yeah, it was Gar, and then it was changed to Gary, and then we decided to go back to Gar, but people were confused. Is that short for Gary? So now it's still Gar.
Sorry.
That's my name.
Can we take that introduction again?
Hi, I'm Stilgar.
Okay.
Leader.
Okay, so were you Gar beforehand?
No, yeah, like when I was a kid, I was Gar. And then I grew up and I was like, I'm never going to get a job as Gar. I got to go to Gary and try to get a job with this Harkonnen office building. And then that proved to be a real soul-sucking job. So I went back with my people and I'm like, hey, I'm Gary. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, well, I could be Gar again. And anyway, look, you're going to learn real quick, lady. We Fremen have a lot of conventions about naming. Anyway, what's your boy named?
My boy named Paul.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's give him a secret name, guys. All the Fremen go, what?
I'll kill all of you by shouting, unless you give me some cool trade.
Okay. Want an Ewok?
Yes. But that's just for starters. Come here, little fella.
What? Damn it.
The Ewok jumps on her lap and she fusses its head. The Ewok's mine now. No, I want safety. I'm a powerful witch, as is my son, and I wish to be protected.
All right, nothing we enjoy more than protecting someone who threatens our lives. Here's the deal. We'll give you and your son shelter in exchange for teaching us all of your evil space magic.
Sounds good to me. What do you think, little fellow?
Yakta!
Yes, good. Man, I'm going to eat the fuck out of this Ewok. Okay.
Fade cut to the interior of the tribe's cave. Paul is released by his captors, and he stands in front of the beautiful Chani, daughter of Liet. She is a tribeswoman. You might recognize her face as the lady in Blade Runner, who Harrison Ford is into.
Hi.
Or just know the actress's name is Sean Young.
I was going to stab the fuck out of you if you did anything to harm the chieftain, but I see you didn't. I'm really into you, Paul.
Really?
Yes. I'm the girl from your dreams, which Grant and Mark haven't referenced.
I mean, that's fine. Some dreams I like to keep private, especially the ones about good girls. Yeah, I mean, I've never actually talked to a girl my own age, so...
Shh. It's just like talking to an Ewok. Now, you can't have your normal name. House Atreides are a real bad sort round here. We need to give you a different name.
Like a secret name?
Yes, a secret name.
Okay, well, I can be very useful.
Okay, we can shorten that down.
Cool.
Ursel? Useful? We'll call you Useful.
Thank you.
Very good.
Cool, so that's a secret name that I use with you and your tribe. Mm-hmm. And that's all we need to do, right? Just one...
Nope, there's a whole array of 30 individual names.
Ugh.
However, what I want you to do is... Hang on, where did we get Muad'Dib from? I forget.
That's the name of the mouse shadow on the second moon that he dreamed of.
Yeah, sounds like a real useless thing to be. How about the shadow of a mouse? You fancy that?
Does it sound cool?
Muad'Dib.
Nope.
It sounds foreign. Is that something?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to come in here and be a real white savior type narrative, I might as well take a foreign-sounding name so I can really appropriate your culture.
Now, second question. Do you want to change your first name at all?
No! I'm Paul.
We'll stick with Paul.
I'm Paul Muad'Dib.
Paul Muad'Dib. Great. Well, I love you now.
I love you too. Okay, you kids, says Stilgar. We were just showing your mom around the old Fremen commune. We want to show you two something very special.
What have you got?
Stilgar leads them down a dark stairwell into a shadowy cave. It expands on for miles and miles, and they see an entire underground lake. This is our treasure trove. It's water.
What a treasure you've got here. And this, like, decaliters, from what I can tell. And this is the only source you have of water?
No, we have a lot of underground caves just as big as this. Someday we're going to use this water somehow. For good.
That gives me an idea.
Paul takes out his little viewfinder toy with pictures of the ocean from his homeworld and shows it to all the Fremen, who immediately cry and punch themselves in shame for thinking their water was so great.
We've got fucked and we throw it away at home. We don't care about it.
You really put us in our place there, Muad'Dib.
Yes, well. Smash cut to the interrogation room on planet Harkonnen.
Ooh.
The original smash cut, which wounded Jessica so cruelly.
It's a pretty dark smash cut.
Thea's smashes across the screen. The guy, the advisor guy, is playing a sort of hurdy-gurdy device. He's winding it round. And Baron Harkonnen is flying around and around and around a steam pipe.
Screaming with laughter and frivolity.
He's having the best fucking time as this guy plays some sort of out-of-tune accordion. And really, someone needs TV at this point. You've got to have some sort of, or like Netflix, a book. I don't know, man. Like if it's just the little Viewmasters, and this is what amounts to entertainment, then.
Do you know why I'm celebrating my advisor?
No, sir. Is this my voice? I forget. Tell me, sir.
It's because I have the great Duke Leto Atreides tied up on this slab right here in this very room, and I gotta gloat all over him.
Oh, no. I really hope he doesn't spit on my face at all. I'd hate that.
Okay, Duke. The Baron descends down close to the Duke's face. I'm gonna get your signet ring, which apparently I care about for some reason.
Yeah, you seem to really care about it.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna, slowly torture you to death for all eternity and take over your dumb house. What do you have to say to that?
I hid my signet ring.
What?
I hid my signet ring. It's not here.
Baron Harkonnen grips his meaty fists and shakes them skyward. The hurdy-gurdy tune plays a song of heartbreak. Hey,
Duke, Baron? Yeah, hey, Baron, why didn't you come over here? I have something secret to tell you.
Oh, this sounds like an opportunity, Baron says conspiratorially to his mentat Piter.
Yes.
For the old Baron to hawk a loogie in another Atreides' face. Watch this. Baron slinks over. What?
No, sir, be careful. I fear he may have some sort of ruse. I'll listen to what it is he has to say, and I'll repeat it to you as your trusted advisor.
Right as always, Piter. Okay, you stand where I was gonna stand, and I'll stand behind you. And then you whisper to me what he tells you.
Very good. He leans in close to Duke Atreides.
Just a reminder, when characters are thinking their internal monologue, we have a very advanced underwater sound effect to let you, the listener, know that that's their thoughts.
Duke Leo Atreides, Leto. The Duke bites down on his tooth. And conjures, and conjures a big gout of poison smoke, which he huffs in the face of poor old. I've forgotten the guy's name. Piter.
My smart evil face. Piter falls down dead, and Baron Harkonnen dweezels back to the wall. Shocked and amazed. The Duke's face implodes.
Must have been a very important thing. Anywho. Smash cut 2.
The underground city of the Fremen. Paul Muad'Dib stands atop a crevasse, and down deep in that crevasse is filled with thousands and thousands of the planet Arrakis' native people. ladies and gentlemen of Dune,
Take your top off!
Okay. Paul Atreides pulls the top of his still suit off, and 20 decaliters of water spill out. Boo! Everyone says, as he essentially destroys like $40,000 worth of water. Sorry, you told me to.
Okay, carry on with the speech.
Okay, anyway, I may just be a young boy, but I am here to teach you the weirding way, a way that you can use words to hurt your enemies. I will take 100 of your best warriors and humiliate them by training them in the ways of my culture, and then they will teach 100 of their warriors, and so on and so forth. And soon the Emperor himself will have to deal with Arrakis. We'll become the center of the universe, and we'll stop the spice trade. And I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen to you guys because we did that. Anyway, who's with me?
Sounds good to me. It's Jimmy Stewart.
I just want something to do.
We don't have TV or anything.
It's boring.
It's boring here. I want to do a war. And we see a cool montage where Paul teaches these strapping young men and women to use the weirding devices. He had the plan to the weirding device secreted into his pocket by Dr. Yui. And of course he has one stuck to his hand. Well, where his hand would be, he has one. He has replaced that with a weirding device after he lost his hand in the first half.
Much like Ash in Evil Dead.
Precisely, but with more shouting. And they're trying to shatter rocks, but they learn when they say his name, not Paul, the Muad'Dib bit. When they say Muad'Dib, it conjures a magical burst of sound which shatters rocks.
Whoa. All of the warriors high-five each other, and Muad'Dib, all the rocks apart in front of them. Woo! The guy from Skyrim comes in and sees their progress and sadly turns away with his lame dragon shouts. Oh. We see, over the next several weeks, Paul Atreides having his guys lift weights in the gym. We see one of his best students beating him, running in circles around the track. Good job. We see all of them going to Pizza Hut for a party after the big game.
We see on the drive home, they accidentally hit someone on the road and they have to try and hide the body.
Oh my gosh. Someone sees what they did that summer.
It was me. I saw what you did. I too have one hand.
I hope this doesn't come back to bite them next summer.
Dun dun dun! Everyone's training and doing really well, but there's a problem. The problem is, their Reverend Mother is so old.
Oh, whoa.
She's ancient.
One of the Fremen wheels in their ancient Reverend Mother. She's basically like paper mache on top of a skeleton made of dust.
I remember when you guys just cheered.
That's right, RJ. The Reverend Mother must die soon.
Okay.
So anyway, you guys, I'm the Reverend Mother of the Fremen. I know that there's another Reverend Mother who's like the Emperor's buddy.
Hi.
And this is like there being two popes. So pretty weird, but we don't recognize her authority. We recognize mine. Anyways, I'm dying. So I need some other badass mother to drink the water of life, which will kill me and and put my knowledge and wisdom into her. Are there any ladies in the house who'd like to volunteer?
The other woman in the film puts up her hand.
Shawnee, no. You're my love. If you become a Reverend Mother, then we can never be together in a romantic way.
Why's that?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, how about your mum? Sorry, how about your mom?
Of course. The mother becomes the Reverend Mother. I'm sure these guys feel that she's qualified and enculturated enough into their ways to become their religious and spiritual leader.
Cool.
Right, guys?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, not a problem. Okay. Let's get some of that big blue water and have a drink it, and we'll see what happens.
Jessica shrugs, takes a shot of the water of life, and immediately blorts out a bunch of blood. She turns to the old Reverend Mother, who just crumples as though she were getting vacuumed from the inside. Whoa, I know Kung Fu. All right, shave off most of the front of her hair. She's a holy woman now.
Inside, we see a shot deep inside the womb of Jessica. Jessica is pregnant with Daddy Atreides' daughter. And by drinking the water of life, which is like royal jelly is to honey, the water of life is to spice. She's drunk this, and that makes a good premature birth to her daughter, who has all the powers of her Reverend Mother, but is a real creepy child. And doesn't arrive again for a long time. We don't see her for a long time.
We don't need to. I don't want to look at that.
We don't see the birth or anything. It's just hinted at.
Yeah.
Now,
all right.
The Fremen have a new Reverend Mum.
Da-da-da-da. You got the mom. All right. Okay, let me check this off my to-do list. We trained insurgents. We installed our own political and religious leaders.
Don't forget the drug abuse.
We abused a lot of drugs. Let's see. The sacred wildlife. You know what, you guys? I think it's time that I conquered the worm, Shai Halud.
I guess it is in the prophecy.
Yeah, it's in the fucking prophecy, and I want to do it. I want to conquer everything I touch. So you guys are going to follow me outside, and we're going to put hooks in this worm, and I'm going to ride it like a horsey.
Worm cut.
Oh, fortunately, its two halves wriggle away and form new worms.
Nice.
Thank you.